On guys. So today I wanted to discuss the volume weighted average price indicator, also known as the VWAP or VWAP, whatever you want to call it. I see a lot of traders out there using this indicator. Some of them don't really know why, they just use it because other traders use it, and I kind of want to dive into why I use it, how I use it, why I think it might be important to have on your screens, and so forth. So let's get right into it and start discussing what's going on. So on my charts, you can see this reddish orange line is the volume weighted average price. And you can see that, you know, it kind of looks like NBEV bounced off of it. It kind of looks like it's almost testing it here. Uh, and my ideas are that the volume weighted average price, this is the price that the average person basically bought at. This is the average holding price on the day. So if the stock is above this line, that means that most of the people are in the green. So they're not necessarily wanting to sell. They don't really have much incentive to sell. They can be sitting there. If you got in down here, you're up nice and you can be saying, oh, you know what, maybe it'll bounce. I'm not going to sell yet, but maybe if it breaks the VWAP, then I'll sell. Um, so these guys don't really have any pressure to sell yet. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no pressure here to sell if the stock is above the volume weighted average price because the average person, most of the people are positive on the day. If you go to a stock like CRON, I think it's trailing under. Okay, CRON is trailing under the volume weighted average price. So all these people that bought up here, all these people, there's a lot of buying up here, obviously, because the stock's been trading below the volume weighted average price basically all day. So a lot of people were buying in here, and now that the stock is deviating from the volume weighted average price, these people, right? This is their average price of everyone. Most people are losing today. And as the stock price gets further away from the volume weighted average price, those people that are buying are going to feel more pressure to start selling. Okay? And let's look at a large cap. I would say personally, I believe that volume weighted average price is more relevant in small caps than it is large caps, but it does work for large caps too because the same type of move is going on, the same type of psychology is still there. So if we go look at Walmart, because Walmart bounced right off of the volume weighted average price today. Okay, so with Walmart, we can see, right? It looks like, to me, it looks like as the stock decided to uh, go away from the volume weighted average price, it looks to me like there was some panic selling in here. Okay. I'm not saying this is a massive move. It's really like not that much, but it looks like once it broke this, then the selling started to go on, and I believe that the selling was happening maybe because people were underwater and the losses became too big. They realized that they were wrong, so they were like, I'm out of here. Okay. I want to find one. Let's see if we could find a stock that is above the volume weighted average price. Okay. So if you're trading ANY, the volume weighted average price, shot up right here and it's kind of been chilling around here. So these people that are long are okay. The average person today, now that this is breaking to new daily highs, this person doesn't really have much incentive to sell because they have a nice little cushion, right? Let me um, explain a little bit further on how I use the volume weighted average price. My favorite way to use the volume weighted average price is by going ahead and looking at um, the daily chart of volume weighted average price. And I like to look for big volume days. Okay, so ANY big volume day was just a few days ago, and the VWAP of that day is about $3.30. So me being primarily a short seller, I would be looking to enter ANY at 330 for a short position because this is the average price at which bag holders are going to be getting out break even. Okay. So I would say in this area, from probably from like 315, maybe even $3 to $3.75, this entire place is probably going to be tough for the stock to just break through that easily. I would say the volume weighted average price would prove to be a good entry point, maybe a good stop out point. If these bag holders, these people that still bought in here basically all day, as they become, green again or close to break even, they might be unloading their shares because, if you bought at $3.30 and the stock was trading at $1.90, that's a big loss. So this move today, these people that are bag holders, they're literally saying to themselves, "Oh my God, thank God that the stock came back up. I should probably sell some off." If they're not saying that, it seems that they probably lose a lot of money often. So this is mainly how I use it. It's one of my favorite things to use, not necessarily intraday, but on the daily. I really think it matters. Let me see if we can find what's another stock that had some big days. Big volume day on TOPS, you know, $2.20. It proved that this big volume day, $2.20, okay, this was the top of this day, closed under $2.20 this day, closed under $2.20 this day, and now it's melting down. So there's a couple ways you can use it. This is my favorite way. I would say, you know, people that are trading this, that traded this, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of bag holders up here. Maybe, I don't know if I can use a volume histogram. Yeah, I can't on the daily. But this proves that, you know, there's a lot of selling going on here. It's all about supply and demand. Probably a lot of people are feeling relieved that they got a second chance to get out, break even. So they're probably selling because this is a decent, okay, this day, pretty decent volume compared to the average, slightly above average, slightly above average. And both days, there was too much selling, too much supply in this area for the stock to hold that level. Let's see if we can find another one. Um, Maybe we can use this one, but not so much. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could use it too, so this is the volume weighted average price on this big day, right? And then the stock gapped up next day, opened, went higher, went lower, whatever happened. Maybe it went lower, then higher, then lower. But basically, the volume weighted average price was 308. The stock closed at 312, and then since it has not been able to hold this 310 area whatsoever. Uh, Not even close. The next best close is this one at 268. So this is a pretty decent indicator. If you are, if you're trading PXS and you want to, smack it backside for a short, you can use this level, this 308, 310 area, and when this stock is ripping volume, you can have a little bit more confidence and, risk. You could be risking a little bit more because you know that there's people unloading shares from these days because we know that the volume weighted average price is 308. So there's probably in this entire area, not just at this price, but in this area, there's a lot of people that will be selling their shares, increasing the supply. Okay, so if the demand is not through the roof, like even this, see this day, this is an even bigger volume day, but that volume day still wasn't big enough to hold the gains up here. So there still wasn't enough demand. Let's see if we can find one more. I think you guys kind of get the idea. Uh, you can use volume weighted average price intraday, but you don't have to. I know a lot of people use it intraday, and I do use it too. I have it on all my charts. I have them. I have moving averages as well. I don't know why the colors got mixed up, but CRON, you know, volume weighted average price, 20 million shares. There's probably some bag holders. I would say this is gonna go lower. There's got these people the lower this goes, the heavier the pull is gonna be for them to just sell the shares and get out. Okay, so that's how when you really start to see it happen. Let's look at TLRY on that massive, massive run up. So the volume weighted average price was, look at the volume. This is just insane. That move was incredible. But on these big volume days, I feel like TLRY has not really began its decline down. I feel like this has a lot more room to go down. As soon as these guys start to, I mean, it's going to take probably to break this $95 area, but once it breaks that $95 area, I could see it melting back down to, earth. I still think this is way too high, not just on a technical perspective, but also a fundamental perspective. So, something to watch for there. And let's see if ANY will bounce off the volume weighted average price today for the video's sake. Close, close. But yeah, so that's how I use volume weighted average price. There's a lot of people that use it in different ways, but this is just, some food for thought. You have to come up with your own strategies and your own ideas. I just figured that I would share some of my ideas and you can either implement those ideas into your strategy or you can test my ideas and, come up with your own strategy, whatever it may be. But just basically that's food for thought. Hopefully you can, use it, take advantage of it, whatever you see fit. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helped you guys out a little bit for those that don't know about volume weighted average price, maybe that don't use it, maybe that do use it, but use it in different ways. I hope this video was beneficial to you. So if you did like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. Probably the best way is via Instagram. And yeah, that's it. Hope everyone has a great day and is green on the day. I'm out of here. Peace.